Hello everyone, it's Dynamic. Welcome back to some more Omnifactory Season 2. I have friends outside. I'm jumping right into it. I found some friends outside. Are these the ones that spawn skeletons? Or can I just, like, have a friend? Do I even have name tags? I don't think I have any name tags. I don't think I found any name tags, so, you know. You just have some friends. Hello. Why are they here? I don't know. If you remember the last world, I actually had some of these guys spawn as one of the skeleton traps, which apparently are really rare, on my skyblock. So, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't know if they work different in this version or what, but they're here. Hello. On to the main event. I've been thinking. I've been trying to figure out how to advance from here, and I keep hitting a snag. I keep hitting the same snag, and that snag is medium voltage. Everything we need to seem to do from here requires at least medium voltage. There's no issue with that. But the entire purpose of what I'm doing is to make medium voltage easier. Because the goal is to create tier 2 circuits cheaper than I am now. Because right now I'm creating tier 2 circuits by making 4 primitive and upgrading them. So if I need to make like 5 tier 2 circuits, that's 20 of the basic ones. And it's not that bad, but I'd like to start upgrading that. Yeah, so I was trying to figure out, okay, we have the pyrolase oven. Our goal is to make, heck, what are we trying to make? I forget already. Trying to make, not this, the phenol. Our goal is to make phenol so we can make the phenolic substrate. Phenolic substrate, which will get us second tier 1 circuits, which will get us second tier 2 circuits, which can then get us first tier 3 circuits. We're jumping up to tier 3 already because you need to get tier 3 before you can get the best tier 1. So we need tier 2 circuits here to get these. So we need phenol. My goal was to actually create, that's kind of funny. We're creating wood tar. The reason I'm creating wood tar is because it's very versatile. You throw it in a distillation tower, you actually get 4 different things out of it. Do I need all these right now? No. But if I learned anything from last time, it's keep every fluid you get, because eventually you're going to need them all anyway, and have big storage that you can reference for them. So I'm going to have a big fluid storage area where kind of all of these things just go to for whenever I need them later. Unfortunately, this process takes 64 EU per tick, thus requires an advanced distillery, which are tier 2 circuits, which we're trying to avoid right now. So we need to find a different way of getting phenol. The book does say to use the pyrolase oven, but it specifically means to use the pyrolase oven directly to create phenol, and that requires coal. So that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to get some steam, get some coal, kind of do this process a little manually right now, until we can set it all up so that these... you're not going in? Why is there no charcoal in here? Until we can set up a process like this where the charcoal that comes out goes into these and powers the thing and makes the steam for it. Till then, it's going to kind of have to be manual. I'm still going to need some of these steam boilers to get the steam into this, but that's not going to be that bad. It's not the best, but it'll work for right now. All right, let's construct this thing. So I set up some boilers here just to get us the steam we need to get going. I don't know how, like, stringent it is on what side you can put things on. But I do know... Oops, that's too many. I want to see if we can put everything in the front. We have to put 5 attachment points on this. I want to see if we can do them all in the front, because that'd be very handy. We need fluid input, which I'll put over here. We need item input, which I'll put right here. We need power input, which I'm actually going to put right here. Then we need fluid output here. Item output here. Is that okay? It is okay. Sick. So this is the steam coming out of here. It's going to go... no, I have pipes. Right into there. The resulting fluid is going to come out of here. I know these aren't facing the right way, but it actually doesn't matter. And I have a tank ready right here. I made a bunch of these tanks because they're super handy. Set this to always extract, this to insert. Always extract. This to insert. And then I just need some item conduits to set charcoal into here. And then we just need power. So for that, I'm going to see if I have another CEF somewhere. I might still have some left over. No, doesn't look like it. All right, I'm going to have to make a CEF real quick so we can convert this power from this line into power this will take. All right, we got steam. It's coming in. We got power in. These are... It's going to burn through pretty quick. We need an integrated circuit set to 1, I believe. Phenol, nope, and here. Coal, steam, circuit set to 1. We'll make some phenol. Set that there. Toss that in there. It's not going to get consumed. It's just going to program it and tell it what to do. Grab some coal, and it should be good. It's running. I think it's producing coal coke, but the main thing I want is that phenol. Almost there. Yeah. Make some of that stuff. And we get a whole bucket of phenol. That's actually pretty good. That'll make 10 of these circuit boards. Just want to, confirm that I don't need a fancy chemical reactor for this. Not 8 EU per tick and coated. Yeah, that's nothing. That's nothing. You got that. So with the phenolic substrate, soldering alloy, resistors, which we have, copper wire, which we have, we need capacitors, which I'll probably make a ton of these. Is that tin and iron? I want this. Yeah, iron and tin to make the tin alloy. Make a bunch of those, and we'll just make like a ton of circuits. What did I do? We'll just make a ton of circuits. That's what I want to do right now. We're going to make a ton of second tier 1 circuits. Tier 1 part 2. So we got 12 buckets of phenol, which would make 120 phenolic substrates. Which is quite a bit. It actually makes them pretty quick. Alrighty then. Let's make these capacitors. Good old bunch of them there. I got some resistors in here. Got some fine copper wire. Got some more fine copper wire. Got the substrate. Is that everything I need? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So it's just like some of this. How much does it actually use of each? 442. Okay. That just goes? Heck yeah. All right. Let's just toss all these in there. So this is a much, not easier, but it actually is quite a bit cheaper to make circuits this way. And it's much easier to mass produce them. These things are pretty mass producible. We can get better than this, but for right now, this is very good. From here, we can make tier 2 circuits with more copper wire, more resistors, and transistors, which are aluminum foil, fine silver wire, and rubber sheets. It's all doable. 3 instead of 4. So we save some there. So I'm going to make some transistors, and we'll try to make some of those too. Got these. This is actually using up a ton of these resistors, so I'm going to stop that. Second tier 1 circuits going right into. Make a few of them. Not going to use all of these up. Make sure it doesn't do that one. There it is. It'll take a little bit longer, it looks like. But this will make the second tier 2 circuits. Yes. Wait for it. There it is. And these, using the same assembler, yep, 16 EU per tick, will make the first tier 3 circuit. Okay. We will technically have tier 3 circuits, but we're not going to really use them. Actually, we are, I think. Are we? I don't remember. We'll figure it out when we get there. All right, so here's the order of what happens. First of all, I made a heck ton of circuits because I could. I actually found you can make resistors faster in the assembler. 4 wire and a coal dust makes 12, as opposed to 2 wire and a coal dust and paper makes 3. So much better, just toss it in here. 48 electronic circuits, 4 electronic processors, which are tier 2. With these, we can make the tier 3, but there's some steps before we get there. We need this integrated circuit, which you get from an integrated circuit wafer, which you get from a silicon wafer and a red lens. The silicon wafer is cut from a silicon bowl, something, which is made in the blast furnace. I actually already have one of these. I made it already. It's right here. What we got to do is we got to cut it into wafers at a cutting saw. You can use water, distilled water, or lubricant. I mean, I guess if you have any of these things already, it'd be pretty handy because it just makes it run faster. Instead of 20 seconds with lubricant, it takes 5. But I'm not too worried about it running. It only takes 8 EU per tick, but there is no basic cutting machine. The only one available is the tier 2. So we have some tier 2 circuits to make this. So this is a tier 2 machine, which will cut this into these wafers. We then engrave them in a tier 2 advanced precision laser engraver to make integrated circuit wafers, CPU wafers, or RAM wafers. Then from here, we put it back into the cutting saw. This time it takes even longer to get 8 integrated circuits, which can then make that. So we need a cutting saw, which is this guy right here. And we need a precision laser engraver. So 1, 2, 3. I think the other one was 2. Yeah, so we need 5 of these fancy ones. So let's toss those back there. Make another tier 2, and we'll get going on this stuff. A little weird here. We need a cobalt brass gear to create the cutting saw. So we need to centrifuge some yellow limonite to get us tiny piles of cobalt dust. We only need 1 cobalt dust. That'll be enough, but kind of a weird little hidden thing here. Yellow limonite I got tons of. Cobalt brass dust. Boom. Done. Let's go. I got a CEF hooked up to the main power line. Got some energetic alloy cables, which are really expensive. That we got silicon wafers. I don't think I need all of these. I'm going to do like 3, maybe, on this red lens. I got all 3 lenses that you can do with the silicon wafer. It's just red, garnet, glass, diamond, and an autoclave. Nice and easy. This will make these integrated circuit wafers, which make the integrated circuits. And that should be everything we need for the tier 3. Everything else here we can do. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, cool. Tier 3. Getting there. Get that. These. No, what are you making? Stop making whatever it is you're making. I actually need 12 of these becomes one of these. I need 4 of these. Do I need more resistors? Do these take resistors? They do. Okay, I need more resistors. Alright, let's see if this works. No, what am I missing? Oh, I didn't get the things from down here. No, I did. Where'd they go? The way here. There's a lot of parts to this. I'm gonna forget things. What now? Fine electrum wire should be here. Go. It's working. I can't believe it's working. So 12 electronic circuits makes one. So I made like a stack of circuits before and they're like all gone now. There we go. First tier 3. First tier 3. Oh, right. We're behind because I had to make an energy input hatch for some reason. So yeah, we're behind on quests. That's fine. We got it. So this is going to immediately become... Let's do it. An advanced assembly machine. Takes tier 3 circuits, takes 2 of them, and this will allow creation of the tier 1 circuit, which is 60 E per tick, so it takes MV. A bunch of other stuff we need, but now that we got the tier 3 circuits, we can do it. And also easier tier 2s. Much easier. Here you go, game. I'm making the thing. There you go. Made that. Is it going to detect that I already did that one? No. Oh, I need to make all the wafers? Okay, I'll make some RAM. Which one is RAM? It's a diamond lens. Oops. Probably should change lenses first. It's fine. It's fine. There you go. There's that. There's that all the way down. I should have everything now. Except 2 singular copper cables. After that, I should have everything now. Advanced assembling machine. Cool. So with this running now on MV, where is that little tank? What happened to my little copper tank? Don't need anything down here anymore. Do it all here. And we can make third and final tier 1 circuits. Makes 4 of them at a time. Plastic circuit board is going to be the hardest thing to get. And then all these other things we've made before. This requires either polyethylene, polyvinyl chloride, or polytetrafluoroethylene sheets. Yeah. I think previously I did these. They were pretty easy. Polyethylene you can get from ethylene and air. Ethylene comes from wood gas, I guess. Wood gas gives you some ethylene. Or ethanol and sulfuric acid. I think we're using wood gas in this case. That's gonna be a setup. That's what we need to do like the whole thing for. But the big thing is we can now make lots of tier 2 circuits much cheaper and use that to make all the things. So I'm gonna actually make a bunch more tier 2 circuits here first, and then we will do more stuff. All right, let's take a look at some stuff we have coming up. So this is kind of the tree of fluids that you can get out of the pyrolase oven. The most concentrated fluid with the most stuff that you can do with it and get out of it is charcoal byproducts. You can also specifically get wood tar, wood vinegar, or wood gas, but charcoal byproducts is actually all of those things in one. But we don't need all of them right now. Specifically, we need phenol, which you get from wood tar, and ethylene, which you get from wood gas. We also need some sulfuric acid and chlorine, but you kind of make these separate. So to start, our initial setup is going to have pyrolase ovens. I actually think we might go with 4 of them for right now, maybe just 2. I haven't decided, but there's a specific reason I want 4 in a little bit. So half the ovens are going to be making, using a configuration 3, wood tar. The other half, using a configuration 2, are going to be making wood gas. And they go into an advanced distillery. It's going to output me with phenol. It's going to get me some ethylene. We're going to get those 2 fluids, which are what we need to make the plastic-coated circuit boards. The thing about this setup, though, this is very inefficient. We're wasting. Like, look at all this stuff we could be getting that we're not. So this is going to be upgradable. The reason I said we wanted 4 is for this setup over here. So this is the same thing right now. We have two pyrolase ovens, both with configuration 4, which produces, charcoal byproducts, which is the big one at the top. It goes into a 3 tall distillation tower, which produces from that wood tar, wood vinegar, and wood gas, which then go into their own distillation towers, producing creosote, phenol, benzene, toluene, acetic acid, water, ethanol, methanol, acetone, methyl acetate, carbon dioxide, ethylene, methane, carbon monoxide, and hydrogen. Lots of fluids we get from this. Don't need all of them right now, but eventually we will, except for like water and carbon dioxide and stuff. That's the goal setup. Looking at the rate at which things can produce, this single distillation tower can produce, or can go through the charcoal byproducts produced by 4 pyrolase ovens. And then these obviously don't get as much fluid as this first one does, so they can handle it fine. I think it's like 2 of these towers for whatever this outputs, so it's fine. That's eventually, because this is tier 3 stuff. Like this oven is there's some tier 3 circuits here, which we can do tier 3 circuits, but you know, we're not quite there yet. We're almost there, but we're going to start with this setup to get things going, and the whole thing will be powered by the charcoal going into some coal boilers. I actually could make should I make a steel boiler? Steel boilers are more efficient than those small ones. I'll probably do this. How expensive is this? Tier 3 circuits. We can do that. Not cheap, but we can do that. So if you notice, there's a new cleaned off building with no vines. Right over here. So this building is going to be for tree processing, distillation, all that stuff. I cleaned it up. There's a huge like hole in the basement where like these floors were almost entirely just missing. They're back now. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 floors and a roof to work with. I've already laid out the plan. So up here we got the tree farm. This is where the trees grow. Be able to see them. It'll look all nice and fancy. They'll come down here. This is where we have the tree farm management and item storage, because we need to provide the tree farm with a never-ending supply of cobblestone axes and cobblestone hoes, so it can keep running. Missing a column there. And it'll also, this place will store like the wood and the saplings and all that stuff. Coming down here, this is where we have the pyrolase ovens. It's going to be one here, one here, one here, one there, all doing their thing. To start, we're just going to have 2 here, but this is where that's going to be done. So down here, this is we're going to have the short distillation tower, the one that's 3 tall to process the charcoal byproducts. It can fit in this if I just cut the ceiling up a little bit. We'll also store the fluids here. We'll store the charcoal byproducts. Before that happens, we're going to use this floor for the storage of the wood tar and the wood gas, and use distilleries on this floor to make those into the actual things we need. That's all just going to be done here for right now. But as we expand, this will be the single distillery. The ground floor actually won't have much on it, because the floor in these 4 corners, or 3 corners, is going to be broken down. And this is where the distilleries are going to go, in these 3 corners, because they are too tall to fit in the floor. The tallest one being 7 blocks. And these floors are 3 tall, so it's going to have to pop up here. I think that'll look cool. We'll have like a walkway between them. And then down here is the base of them. And then way down at the bottom, there'll be some pipes to manage the distillation towers, and some fluid storage for some of the bulk fluids that we want to keep. It'll also deal with the fluids we don't want to keep. And that's it. That's the whole plan. Before we do that, though, I am going to be taking some time to upgrade our wiring system to these energetic alloys instead of the, conductive iron. Just as the main buses, though. So the way I see this... Why is there glass missing? The way I see this working is coming out of the big battery cells. We use these energetic alloys, which will run through the underground conduit things, I guess, as they go to each building. Then once they get to a building, you can't just put these next to the other ones. So like down here, I'm using the conductive iron. I can't just mix them. It doesn't work, unfortunately. But if we have a capacitor bank in between, then it does work. So the energetic alloys will be powering a capacitor bank. I think these have a max IO, so I might need to upgrade them a few times. It shouldn't be that bad. They're not really that expensive. And then smaller conduits will pull out from that and distribute as needed, so I don't need to use these absolutely everywhere. But they will send power better, because right now I'm mostly limited by the fact that there's only 3 connection points to output. If I place it with these, we like quadruple our power output. Will we have enough power? We should for right now. We'll see how time goes on, but right now we should. These are just a little expensive, requiring energetic alloys, but I've been working on that. I've been using the simulation chamber a ton, using specifically guardians and witches, which... Where's the witch data battle? Wait, where's it at? I have no idea where that went. We're using guardians and witches, and the witches give you glowstone, which has been a big sticking point for energetic alloys, and guardians give you gold, which has been the other big sticking point. So I now have like 2.5 stacks of gold, and it's great. And I'm working on getting some more. So with that, we're able to upgrade these, no problem, and we'll have more power.